Peace and blessings. What's up, fam bam? It is good to be with you. Welcome back to Monday Message. I am Dharma Shakti, and I am here for your weekly inspirational food thought, right? It's really like mental food just to feed your mindset so that we can continue to show up strong and healthy. And I think now more than ever, we need to be really paying attention to our mindset. So if you don't, grab yourself a cup of tea. Let's have some tea and a little discussion. Okay, so today I think I've done this quote before, but I want to bring it back out. It's one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite people, Dr. Michael Beckwith, Reverend Michael Beckwith. And he says, "It's not an emergency. It's just something trying to emerge from within you." What? Right now, the world feels like it is in an emergency. And at any time in your life when it's feeling like, oh my God, there's an urgency, there is a necessity, there is like this thing like has to be solved now. I want you to know that it's not like we can allow some of the intensity of the moment to dissipate by first just acknowledging, oh, this is not an emergency. It's urgent. It needs to happen. It needs to be tended to. It needs to be taken care of, but it's not an emergency. It's something trying to emerge from within me. There's something trying to emerge from the collective consciousness. And at the same time, there is something that is trying to emerge within you and from within me, from each of us. We have our own individual experience as well as our collective experience happening simultaneously. And there's a lot that needs to emerge out of humanity, out of human society. But then there's something also trying to emerge from within you. And I really feel like I heard somebody mention it. Actually, it was my friend Shri. I saw it in her post, Shri Keshava. She had said, Mother Earth is giving us a time out because we've been so naughty. And, not to make light of the situation like it isn't serious, but I think when we change the way that we look at things, the things that we look at begin to change. Yeah, that's a Wayne Dyer quote. And so if we can just change the way that we're looking at it, like, okay, we're like humans are being put on a timeout because we've been mucking it up. And so it's time to reset and reorient and really like, what's important to you? Where do you want to go forward in your life? What do you like? Just taking time to tune in and going, what is trying to emerge from within me? Something is trying to come out right now. Don't do what I'm fearful that most people are doing. Being apathetic and discouraged and feeling defeated and just giving into the panic and then hiding their head in the sand and totally zoning out, watching Netflix and comfort eating. Now, like if you need to do a little bit of comfort eating and tuning out for an hour, okay, fine, do that. It's okay. Like we all need to just check out every now and then. I totally get it. Like it can be intense and we need to just kind of zone out every now and then and take the edge off. I get that. But don't let your whole day, right? We had 1 week, now we're in our second week of quarantine. Don't let the third, fourth, however many weeks, don't let that time go by and nothing emerge from you. This is a golden opportunity. There is a golden opportunity within this horrible thing that is happening right now, right? There's always the polarity of things that are at play. So while there's something horrible happening, there's also the opposite of like there's a great opportunity within it. That's just the nature of the world that we live in. It's a polarity planet. And so I don't want you, I was just telling my kids this day, you could waste all this time binging on Netflix and food and YouTube and just zoning out. Gaming. The kids were doing a lot of gaming last week because I was really busy. This week we're like, pivot, because we need to get on some structure and get back to our homeschooling. I had a really busy week last week, and so we met ourselves where we were at last week. This week things are starting to settle a bit, and I'm going to get my kids on their homeschooling schedule because this is a kind of emergency where really it's not an emergency. We don't need to be in fear, and we don't need to be in panic. We do, however, need to be aware, and we need to be really clear. We need to practice discernment, discretion. We need to be anchored into our intuition. We need our creative bandwidth nice and open and running free. We cannot be making decisions for our life in the mode of fear that a lot of people are in right now. It's like a hysterical fear. It's a panicked fear. And we do not make rash decisions when we're in this operating mode of our nervous system. So I recommend, if you missed my meditation I did this weekend, it's just a simple box breath meditation. So you inhale for a count of 4, and then you hold for a count of 4, then you exhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and then you'll inhale for a count of 4. So you create this box. You inhale and hold. Then you exhale and you hold. And you inhale and you hold. And you exhale and you hold. And you just keep doing this box breath. And it'll really start to calm the nervous system. And in that place, we can really allow the emergence within the emergency. There is an emergence within the package that we are seeing right now, which is the package of emergency. Like, I'm not trying to downplay what's happening. Like, there's a lot going on, and our whole world is having to reorient on a lot of different levels. And so take advantage of this time and reorient with your structures, with your routines, with your habits, with the trajectory of your future. I know I've talked to some people who, now that they're not at work, even though they love the work that they do, they're happy. They're happy because they don't have the pressure of things. I just want you to notice when certain things have been taken off your plate, how do you feel? Some of us are longing to be at work. Like, I miss being in the room with my yoga students. I'm like, it's almost depressing to walk into that room every time and nobody's there. It's sad when I'm teaching. I'm like, nobody's here. I miss everybody, right? But I love teaching, and I'm going to continue doing it. What I'm saying is, some of you are like, the things in life have been removed, the thorns in life have been removed, and I just want you to notice, like, check in, like, what are the simple basic things in life that make you happy? And notice what you're missing that makes you happy. Not so that we're in this depressed place, but it's like, oh wow, I can really re-anchor back into how much I value that. I was driving to the studio to help set up an online class, and I just thought, you know what I really miss and I took for granted was the joy that I get in seeing all the people walking on the streets of Long Beach with their yoga mats, whether they're going to Bluff Yoga or they're walking to Yogalution. I see them downtown walking to Yoga 108. I see them over by Viento walking to Kava Yoga. Like, it brought me a lot of joy to see our city alive that way. And so I thought about that. I wasn't sad. I just thought, oh wow, I really value that. I'm so grateful for that. It wasn't, oh, I missed that. It was, oh, that's not happening. I'm realizing how much I appreciated that, how much I valued it, and I'm super grateful for it. I know we'll get back to some sense of normalcy at some point. This too shall pass, like everything else. And so if we can utilize the time right now to allow the emergence to happen, let what you're grateful for emerge. Let yourself get back to your creative life and do hobbies that you haven't spent a lot of time doing, and create a structure for yourself. 30 minutes of exercise, 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of journaling or writing. Maybe it's 30 minutes of research. Maybe you're working on a special project. It's an hour a day on that project, but actually structure your time. Listen, as our society's structure is falling apart, do not let your personal structure fall apart. You may have to reorient how you are structured. That's okay. That's called meeting ourselves where we're at. You may have to reorient, but don't lose your structure. The grand structure is getting a check right now. It's getting checked big time. I really do believe that Mama Earth is putting us on a timeout, and it's like, you need to rethink everything that you've been doing. You need to rethink it. You remember being put on timeout? Right? And then you complain, and then what does Mom say? If you keep complaining, I'm going to give you 5 more minutes on your timeout. So let's not complain. Let's really take this time to ponder and go, what do I really value? What's really important to me? what do I really want to do with my life? Am I happy? Do I miss my job? Do I miss my coworkers? Or am I super much more stress-free because I'm not around those buggers? I was gonna say something else. So just take time to reflect and reorient yourself with a new structure, but maintain some structure in your life. You could either be wasting your time or you could be learning a new skill. And we are going to see the caliber of people when we come through on the other side. We're going to see the caliber of people, because I bet you in probably 2 weeks or a month's time, we're going to see a huge epidemic of depression and people, all the other symptoms that are going to go along with that. Things like stress eating at home and people's health issues skyrocketing elsewhere, because people aren't motivated. They're allowing the heaviness of the emergency to overcome them rather than rising to the call of the emergence that is here. There is a call for emergence that is here. It is time for us to rise. It's time for us to lean into our faith more than our fear. We will not get through this if we're leaning into our fear. You have to just have the courage to have the courage and lean into your faith. Reorient and reset with this time. Take time to journal. Take time to read. You could read so many books right now. I think there's two separate worlds happening. There's those of us who just don't have any work and we're home bored. There are those of us who our workload has doubled because our services are necessary in this time. And I think yoga and meditation is absolutely a necessity right now. We need to help people manage their stress and their fear and their anxiety and their overwhelm and whatever other emotion is very valid and very real for a lot of us right now. It's okay to feel those things. We just need to manage them and not be swallowed up by them. So if you get swallowed up by them, it's just going to be an emergency. The whole thing, however long we're here, do you want to live the next 3 or 4 months or 5 months or however long this is going to be in emergency mode? Or do you want to live these next couple of weeks and months in emergence mode? What's going to come through? What amazing thing that is beyond your imagination that's been tucked away inside has just been waiting for the right opportunity to come out and shine. This is the moment, my friends. Bam, bam. This is the moment of emergence. I've been listening to some astrology, and we're still coming into the age of Aquarius. We haven't quite made it to the age of Aquarius yet. We've been in the transition for a while now. And so this is a dawning of a new age, the age of Aquarius. But in order to really step into that age, what the astrologers are saying is the only way we get there is through faith and not through fear. And this is a call to all those Aquarians out there and my fellow Aquarius rising signs like me. We have to be the leaders and say, I'm going to lead with faith. I'm not going to lean into my fear. I'm going to lead with faith. I'm going to have the courage to have the courage. And I am allowing myself to orient with this time as a time of emergence rather than a time of emergency. I know there's real things going on, but let's not forget that there's a higher power, a divine hand, a universal law that we don't understand and we cannot articulate, but I firmly believe that universal hand or universal law is at play in the mix here, not to punish us, not because we've been good or bad. I was referencing the timeout because we've been naughty. We have been naughty. We've been totally abusing the planet. And there's lots of good happening. As we're doing this, the oceans are getting cleaner. The animals are coming out and being more vibrant. The air quality is getting cleaner. Pollution production has gone down so much. There's a lot of our planet. This is the amazing thing about healing, you guys, is the earth knows how to heal itself. Our bodies know how to heal itself. And when we finally just get out of our own way, healing can actually happen very rapidly. It's like smoking cigarettes. When you do this to your lungs, you do it for a long time and your lungs can get really abused and really sick. But when you give up smoking cigarettes, your lungs will repair so much faster than you think they will. They repair fast. It doesn't mean they repair back to 100%, but they do repair quickly. So this is an opportunity for us to repair, for Mother Earth to repair, and to reset and to reorient. And in that process, something new is going to emerge from human society at large. But my question for you, my friend, is what is going to emerge from within you? Maybe it's a really steady yoga practice. Maybe it's you finally started meditating. Maybe it's more quality time with your family. Maybe you go out for 30 minutes every day and get some sunlight and get your feet on the soil. They're like, stick with your habits, create new habits. Do not get apathetic and just waste time. Allow for there to be an emergence. It is a golden opportunity. I know there are tragic things happening, and I'm not trying to downplay any of that or act like it's not there. These realities can exist simultaneously. I can both be sad and empathetic and like, really, my heart hurts. My heart is hurting this whole week. I can feel the sadness. But at the same time, there is an excitement because there is an emergence that is happening, and I just believe in humans so much. I really do. I know there's some assholes out there, but overall, humans are amazing beings, and we really truly are full of love. And if we just have the opportunity to shine it, we do. And this is one of those opportunities. So my friends, will you join me in the emergence? Let this be an emergence. Please, what is trying to emerge from you? Take some time to journal and, stay connected to those practices that keep you really grounded. Stay connected. All right, my friends, I gotta check out, so peace out and bless up. I will see you next time. Next Monday, I might drop an extra video this week. Keep your eye on your email inbox for just little notes from me to encourage you to stay centered and grounded and strong. I am here for you. Also, I opened up my calendar for the next 2 weeks, free 30-minute coaching sessions. If you just need to talk through something, I'm here for you. So it went out in my email inbox. It should be in your email inbox. Check your promo folder for an email from me, jawdharma@gmail.com. That's the only place that you can book that session with me. All right, my friends, peace out, bless up. So much love to you. I believe in you. I believe in us. And I love you. And I love us. Namaste.